Hi, my name is Maddie, and my baby is asleep. It's Friday night. I have 7 ounces of red wine. Let's make a vision board. So I don't really believe in the power of manifestation. I do and I don't. I don't think manifestation alone will get you what you want. I think you got to work hard and plan, and I don't know. I think more goes into it than manifestation. So I've never been a vision board girly, but I do like the idea of almost like a visual representation of my goals, a visual to-do list. Really though, a visual representation of my goals, my aspirations, just vibes. We are here for it. I do have ADHD and I am a visual person. So all this lends itself to vision board. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a bonus video because I don't think anybody's going to really care to watch it. But, you know, I thought it would be fun, and I'm kind of already having fun in the planning process. Normally, whenever I make videos, I think like I have to cut out a lot of my like yammering and talking. And you guys might be like, Maddie, really? You cut down on that much rambling? Because you already ramble a lot in the final version. And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to have a grand old time. I'm going to ramble. I'm going to tell stories. I'm going to drink wine. It's going to be a good night. I've been looking forward to this. So I did do a fair amount of research when it came to making a vision board and like what all you would need. I used Canva for a fair amount of things, just like, you know, for some graphics, and also just, I printed a lot of this at the library. So, you know, putting it all in one page on Canva or Microsoft Word. Yeah, I use Canva. And actually, there are guides to not only using Canva to make a vision board, like they have templates, but also using Canva, like you can print it from Canva, which is pretty cool. But here's the thing. I am a cheap bitch. No, not only am I a cheap bitch, but like I'm in debt. So we're not trying to spend $40 for a vision board when we could spend like not even $1 on some foam board. And yes, it will have to be trimmed, but I'm going to wait until after I have the vision board kind of, you know, set up, all the pieces in place just in case. And like a few bucks at the library to print all my little pieces. Yes, it's in a Ziploc bag like it's drugs, but it's not drugs. These are my dreams, people, my dreams. But yeah, I've also got some other stuff. I've got this bag of like crafts, marker type things, and I don't know, pens, artist pens and whatnot. I have another baggie of pens. I've got all the pens. I've got some Tombos. I used to be very into bullet journaling and calligraphy, and I donated most of my collection of Tombos, but I did keep some, so here they are. And then you could just use a glue stick, but I actually happen to have like this, like, they're like adhesive dots. So yeah, we're here for that. Okay, so no one asked, but I'm going to tell you every little thing that's going on this vision board. I put a lot of thought into this. And if I forgot something, or you're like, maybe you should have put this, let me know. Because like I kept thinking I was forgetting things. I also want to put a quote on it, but I'm going to write it out. And I can't think of what to put at this time, but we'll figure it out by the end of the video. So in terms of vision boards, I notice a lot of people like will do all like square or rectangular pictures, and like they kind of fit it all together. I may regret this, but I didn't do that. I did pictures of all shapes and sizes. So I cut this out. It's a little controller, and I like video games. I am a gamer. But it's also just a reminder to continue to take time for myself for things that are just for fun. Not necessarily self-growth. Sometimes girls just want to have fun. The colorectal cancer ribbon. I'm probably write the word fiber on there as a reminder to get my fiber in. I did not want to like do my like debt-free representation like by like having a money bag or something. So I did like, I think I got this on Canva, but I don't know, just something kind of cutesy. I've got more in that realm. And, you know, you can't be a fat chick on the internet and not be trying to lose weight, apparently. I'm just kidding. It is a goal of mine to lose weight. I'm probably going to draw some numbers on here, but I want to draw like 199. While that isn't my ultimate goal weight, that is my goal weight for 2026. I would love to get back into Onederland. I worked so hard the first time around, so yeah. And then you always have to have some frou-frou stuff in your vision board. So this is actually a picture of a sunset from me and Henry's honeymoon. A soothing cup of joe. I also just like the art of this, like the shading and stuff. Peace. Peace for me, peace for our country, peace for all the things. I need a drink of wine. Okay, so this, this is Jessie Smiles. You might know her from her Vine days, but she also has a podcast with Lily, and it's like, Do We Know Them or something? But she used to tell story times on her channel, and I loved it. I was obsessed. So this is in particular is from The Psycho Lady That Slept at My House, I think is what it's called. And it's this lady named Judy who basically was kind of crazy and slept at Jessie's house. And at one point she opened the kitchen cabinet and found a bunch of like really organized like mops and brooms. God, I already feel tipsy and I've only had half a glass of wine. What's wrong with me? And she just screamed, organization, organization. So you might be like, maybe why is that on your vision board though? Here's the thing. I would love to be an organized girly pop. I would love to be an aesthetic girly pop. I don't have an eye for it. I don't have good systems in my house for organization. So like whenever I was looking up like inspiration to get organized, it was all these like houses that are probably like $300,000 houses with so much storage and everything looks exactly the same, like a set of all white towels and, you know, all the same matching glasses. And that's not me. So I did want to remind myself of my desire to be organized, to have better organization. That is a goal of mine. But to, you know, in a fun way that felt like me. And I don't know why, but this is what came to mind. So next up is this really cool looking balloon. It ended up much bigger than I thought it would be. Giggity. That's what she said. Okay, I'll stop. But basically, it's not alone. I also printed off these little like sandbag type things. And what I was thinking of doing was hand drawing, like, not hand drawing. I was thinking of, writing things that I want to be free of. So like debt would be a good one. And some other things, and like essentially like having them below the balloon, maybe like the ropes are tethered to the idea that like I can rise above these things weighing me down. That was my deep idea. What do you guys think? I like it. I have like 5 of these sandbags. I don't know if I'm going to need all 5, but yes. I have a plus size girl doing a plank. Because I am never going to be a skinny mini. I'm just not. I'm always going to be a little chunky, a little thick. And I'm okay with that. And I think she looks great. A hand holding an ebook. I am an ebook reader. I don't know. I just like being able to read in the dark. I have a Kindle Paperwhite that's like over 10 years old. I need to go ahead and upgrade at some point. But yeah, ebook to remind myself to keep reading. Also, it's just another thing that's for me. But, you know, beans. Another reminder to continue to get my fiber, protein. I feel like beans are just all around a really healthy, good food for you to eat. A potato, because I am something of a potato myself, and look how cute he is. I used an X-Acto knife to try to cut out his little arms and legs. A YouTube silver button. Is that what you get for passing 100K subscribers? I found like the template on Google, and then I just added my name or my YouTube name. I don't think I'll ever get to 100K subscribers, but it is nice to dream about, and YouTube is really important to me. You guys are important to me, so yeah. An airplane, because I do want to travel. I want to travel to see family and loved ones, and I want to travel like for funsies at some point. I want to live long and I want to prosper. I've said that many times, and I also thought that this was cool. A plus size girl running, because I want to be a runner, a track star. Okay, I don't, but I do want to, I don't know, exercise. I do want to run at some point. And again, I'm never going to be a skinny mini, and I'm okay with that. my husband and son. I have shared this picture before. This was when my son was pooping and he was genuinely shocked at what was happening, and my husband was very upset about it. I don't know. I just love this picture, and you know, it's hard to like have a vision board without envisioning my husband and my son, and this picture is hilarious to me. I've also shared it on the channel before, so I feel comfortable sharing it now. This is Death Valley. This is where my football team plays, but I've never actually been there. I have seen them play, but I've never gone to a home game. I doubt anybody really is a football fan. I have one Gamecocks fan that comments on my Instagrams, and that's my husband's team. But even if you weren't a football fan, if you kind of liked football, Death Valley is supposed to be an incredible experience. So I want to go someday. Okay, so this is a house, obviously, and here's the thing. I feel like vision boards, that people be like with their like $1 million mansions and stuff, putting that up there. I feel like this is like a reasonable aspirational house to have. It looks nice. There's a garage, like it's cute. It's got a little upstairs. It's got lots of natural lighting. Like I feel like this is a reasonable house for me to aspire to. On that same note, same thing with this kitchen. I think it looks really cool. I love the ceiling. I'm not like a cookie cutter type of person, so the vibes are vibing. Another like healthy food type of thing. This is mainly just because like I really did feel my best eating a Mediterranean diet. And while I am losing weight, I wouldn't say I'm eating a Mediterranean diet. I definitely eat processed things. I totally have a Red Bull. I partake. They're good and they have very few calories. I do the sugar-free ones. But at some point one day, once I'm really in the groove of things, I would not mind getting back to a Mediterranean diet. This picture, unfortunately, it looks kind of good on camera, but it does not look as good in person. It did not print well. So I don't want to like ramble too long, but me and Henry actually took a trip for a family reunion and went down this trail to like check out this waterfall. As a whole thing. I love woods. I love wooded trails. I think this is beautiful. I guess it's probably kind of lame to like put things on your vision board, like places you've been, but your girl is just, I'm vibing with it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I like it. It makes me feel at peace. And this is a picture for the vibes. And then this is a big picture actually, but this is actually, and they did agree that they're okay with me sharing this picture. They sent it to me. These are my two very good friends. I've known them since college, a really long time. Anna is my oldest friend, and they're getting married later this year. And I'd like to take credit for them being together. I did not play matchmaker, but they met through me. So, you know, I feel good about this. And look at the kitty cat in the background. Anyway, but I wanted them on my vision board because keeping up with my friendships is extremely important to me. I'm not trying to shade parents that end up doing this. And a lot of the time, parents end up having it done to them where they become a parent and they just never hear from their friends again. My friends have really been there for me and Henry. Yeah, more so than people that even live closer to us. And yes, I am throwing shade. And so it is important to me to keep up my friendships and to continue to prioritize seeing my friends. I'd say at least twice a year. They do live 10 hours away. But yeah, I don't know. They're going on my vision board. And then we're almost to the end, y'all. If you're still here, thank you. And then this is an overview of Cologne, Germany. So somebody did ask me in like my 2025 goals PT test Q&A video if there was somewhere I wanted to travel to. I do have a portion of my father's side of the family that are German. I am about 25% German, and most of the rest of me is Native American, if you did not know. And they are from Cologne, and I did not know Cologne looked so cool. I'd heard there was a chocolate factory, one of you guys told me, and I heard it's just a whimsical, cool place. This is like a bucket list. This would not happen this year. This would happen far, far in the future, but I just think it is so freaking cool. So Cologne, Germany, one day. It had to go on the vision board. All right, and then this is a long story. And if I told the story on the channel already, I'm sorry. And my poor friends have been subjected to it. So this is not like my art. In fact, this person actually signed off on this, so I actually kept it on there just out of respect. So a lot of people have asked before, I did not realize how much bigger her head was than his head. A lot of people have asked before, Maddie, how did you and Henry meet? And it is a long story, but I would say that there is a short story, a medium story, and a long story. So the shortest possible story is that we met through mutual friends. The medium story is that we played in a tabletop RPG group. I've definitely told the story on the channel. I'm telling it again. I've had some wine. So we met in a tabletop RPG group. And so we would play together for usually about 3 or 4 hours every single week. And we did not know each other personally at all. And to give you guys an idea, my partner at the time was running the game. So like, I say that to say absolutely nothing was going on between me and Henry that was like flirtatious in the game. However, our characters, and this is the character art for the characters, they just had vibes. They had riz, they had whatever the kids would say. I don't know what kind of slang they would say, but basically there was just something about these two. The other players noticed they were pretty much like, oh my God, these two are the best. We had a ship name. It was a whole thing. And so they did end up getting together at the end of the campaign. Her name is Ethel because at the beginning, it was a sci-fi campaign. So at the beginning of the campaign, she was an old woman and she was on a quest to become young again. And partway through the campaign, that happened. And I don't know. I will never not have fond memories about playing and kind of falling in love with Henry, honestly. Art imitates life. I did not know that at the time. I just thought, wow, what a cool friendship these two have. And it made me really, appreciate Henry as a person too. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just, I almost feel like this is a representation. I do feel that this is a representation of me and Henry on the vision board, but I don't know, in a fun way. Okay, and then I saved the best for last. Honestly, this was the best, but I saved the second to best for last. And it just really fits the vibe that I want for life, for this vision board, but just really for life. And that is a quote from Creed Bratton that says, "If I can't scuba, then what has this all been about?" Holy Motown, that took 15 minutes, and I feel a little flushed. And again, we're still only at half a glass of wine. But I'm having a good time. So, this will probably not be aesthetic. I'm just not good at aesthetics, y'all. But I am going to arrange these pieces on a portion of this vision board. Then I'm going to have to trim it. It'll probably be like montage style, and then I'll show you guys the vibes at the end. There's a reason this is not a Monday upload. You guys, this is a bonus video because I kind of feel like it's lame, but I'm also, again, I don't know, I'm having a good time. Okay. I feel like I'm going to sit here for about an hour and do this because I'm indecisive and have ADHD. Yeah. Will this sticker come off? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. All right. Girlypops, we watch America's Next Top Model, the documentary, because I've heard Tyra is kind of terrible and takes no accountability. Oh my God, they brought models and interviewed. I didn't know. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. The Girlypops. We make our vision boards and we watch America's Next Top Model. I swear I'm not drunk.
Patience is a spell to cast. Mine never seems to last longer than a Midwest sunset wrapping around this city. I'm walking through a purple dusk, trying to clear the cobwebs and the dust of my own mind. God, I must have slipped into a slow rust, but the pink moon rising to the east. Today I was not as kind as I set out to be. The pink moon, the bats swing down for bugs to eat. I'm so busy doing nothing, watching days melt into weeks. My friend is on the other line. She called to talk, instead we cried. The pandemic hit and her father died. Says the greatest gift she got was time. It's so hard to breathe with a tight chest, while gratitude makes dinner taste the best. I'm making new meals out of leftover food, so I can sit at the table and stare at you. The pink moon there beneath the trees. Now you're running like a madman to where the land and blue sky meet. That pink moon, it's splitting like a melon. It's sticky on my lips like secrets ripe for telling.
So I'm still plugging away. I'm taping what I've placed down and taking forever doing it. But I am watching the documentary and I'm in episode 2. And for those of you that have seen it, the shanty stuff is so beyond fucked. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want this video to get heavy. But I will say, I, as an English major, like, you know, I studied language, and like when I zone into like how someone is speaking, usually the written word, right? But it also translates to how people talk. And hearing Jay Manuel say, well, the rule in top model is that if you go into the bathroom alone, then no one will follow you. But technically she was in the shower with someone, so the cameras followed her. And he kept using the word, the cameras followed her. The cameras went in. No, there were people. Those cameras did not float. People made that decision to do that. And then they made that decision to air that and make it seem like she like cheated on her boyfriend. And it was all consensual. Man, that fucking turns my stomach. I'm sorry. I know that's heavy. I may not put this in here, but anyway, on a much lighter note, we are plugging away. I'm taping everything down. I'm also going to color in some of the white spots there. Probably with like, I don't know. I'm picturing like a light blue, but actually I'm not sure that I have a light blue. I do not have a light blue. So we'll figure it out. But I'm going to figure something out. Okay. I'm just shook. I'm sorry. Okay, apologies for the thunder, but I have the finished product here. I didn't show myself gluing it because, I don't know, I just didn't care. I kind of love it. I did muck up the edges. I don't know if I can clean that up or not. I will look into that. But I do love it. I did add my favorite quote from my favorite video game called Legend of Dragoon. So it's like, you are free to sever the chains of fate that bind you. But overall, as a whole, I love it. Yeah, I'm excited to hang it up. I don't know. It's very pleasing to the eye. And I think that's what you want from your vision board. And I feel like I don't know, I implemented a lot of layering and things. And it's not, I mean, it did come out like a square. But, you know, I also I don't know, I tried to implement things like, you know, doing a couple of line drawings, coloring in the background on my own. I don't know. Yeah, I like it. What can I say? But if you like that video, it's not something I normally do, but I thought I would do it for funsies. You can like, comment, and subscribe. Just to, you know, watch my weight loss journey and check me out and all that stuff. It's late. It's past 11, which in parent time is like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye.
Tomorrow I will try again to not break in two, but simply bend with the wind and the rain and the dancing stars, distant suns lighting up the dark. I suppose that's all anyone can do, and if you promise me, I'll promise you to revel in the beauty and howl like a fool, raise my cup to the big pink moon. For you.